Couldn't tell if we were filming or not. Hi guys, and welcome back to Reed's Readers with your host, Clinton Reed. And Chewy is silently judging me, so this is a perfect video. I came up with this idea that in our household, we do tend to read a lot of queer literature. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of queer books missing from the shelf. I thought I would bring with you guys a 5-star predictions video. I have chosen 10 authors that I have never read from before, and 5 that I have. And I am going to give myself a year to complete. When this goes up to next year, I have that time to read these. Granted, I am thinking about, I'm going to get a cup. Starting in June, there's going to be a mug over here. Somewhere I'm going to put something over here, maybe up here, maybe over here, somewhere. And I'm going to fill it with all 15 of these books. I'm going to pull one a month at least. I could pull out 2, I could pull out 3 if I'm in the mood. But I'm going to pull at least one of these a month. And once I've read all of these, we can come back together and then we will discuss, were they a 5-star? Do I actually know my own reading taste? Or, sadly, did I hate them? Well, not hate them, but, or sadly, are they below a 5-star? Now, I will warn you, quite a bit of these are on here because of Sterling. So, pressure on him. But, yeah. So I have my little paper here so I don't forget which ones that I have here, why they're here, yada yada. I will state the first 6 specifically are on here because of Sterling loving the author, and we have so many we have at least 1 or 2 by these authors that I had to judge between on which ones seemed more me. And is this crooked? Hold on. I think this video is slightly crooked. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all were seeing that all crookedly, and I don't know if it's still crooked. I don't know. If this is crooked, I'm sorry. Let's just get into this 5-star prediction queer edition. I will also say they're all YA. I was making the list, and when I came down to the last one to add, I realized they were all YA, so I just stuck with the YA. There are some adults on here, but I don't know with them. Like, I don't feel as powerful of a need to put them on a list. Does that make sense? These are on lists, and I chose the ones that screamed at me and that said, hey, I'm here. Read me. You'll love me. Because, oh my god, you guys. Let's just get into this list. Because book number 1 is, oh my god, you guys. Book 1 here is Blamed for the Win by Robbie Couch. This is literally only on here is because it's based off of Legally Blonde. I know nothing else. Something about ex-boyfriends and running for student council president. But Legally Blonde. How could I not put this on the list? It's number 1. So, yeah. I don't know where to put these. Let us put the stack on this side. I'm going to put them right there, and we'll go from there. Also, you're going to learn, I'm not going to tell you much about these, because there's a lot here I don't know a lot about. they're here because Sterling, or two, they just seem like they were my type of books when I made this list. Okay, cool. Next is Kiss and Tell by Adb Karim, the author of Darius the Great is Not Okay, which I still need to read. But this one just seemed more up my alley. As an introduction, all I know about it is it's about a boy band. And two of the boy band members dating or breaking up. I don't know, but all I know is it involves a boy band. So I was like, yes, please. We all know. Some of my favorite groups are boy bands. Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, One Direction, The Wanted, 5 Seconds of Summer, Click 5, O-Town, 5. I could go on and on. NSYNC, Boys to Men, New Kids on the Block, Step by Step, Day by Day. Sorry. I love boy bands and girl bands and stuff like that, so I'm excited to read Kiss and Tell. Literally here just because it's a boy band. And Sterling really loves this author. He also really loves Robbie as well. The next author he really loves is Stephen Salvatore. He has loved both their books. This one is And They Lived by Stephen Salvatore. Literally all I know is it's about a boy who is chasing after his happily ever after. I don't know. This one seemed more up my alley than Can't Take That Away, even though Can't Take That Away is based off of Wicked, I think. But something about this one kept pulling me more towards it. So I thought I would give Stephen Salvatore. Offers an electric story about self-discovery, falling in love, and finding out what it means to truly live. And I am excited! I did make a rule. I will also say, before we go any further, I did make a rule, only one book by an author. And the other rule was no Annabeth Albert, no TJ Klune, and no Alice Oseman. I wanted to give more authors love. The next author that he is obsessed with, which do you believe, is this the signed copy? Or his signed copy? Nope, his signed copy's in the living room. He also got the arc of their new book, and that is Jason June, Jay's Gay Agenda, which I have heard nothing but amazing things about. Sterling really loves the author. I want to try out the author's newest book, but Sterling said I should start here. And I cannot wait. I know absolutely nothing about this. 1, meet another gay kid. 2, fall in love with a boy. And 3, lose my virginity. That's his gay agenda, apparently. From debut novelist comes a moving and hilarious sex-positive story about the complexities of first loves, first hookups, and first heartbreaks, and how to stay true to yourself while embracing what you never saw coming. So I'm excited because Sterling has been raving about this book, and he's been dying to have me read it. So I was like, okay, cool. Also, as you're seeing this, you'll know none of my books from my May TBR are on this. So I'm starting it in June. Pride Month? We shall see. The next book that's on here, because of Sterling, and he has been yelling at me because I have not read this, and this has been on multiple TBRs. So I figured, why not add it to another one, and let's see if I ever actually get to it. And that is Stay Gold by Toby McSmith. Sterling says it's not But I keep hearing from everybody that this is a Outsiders retelling with a trans main character as Ponyboy. He says that it's just they took the names and stuff and then put it in a nowadays setting. I'm a huge Outsiders fan, so I wanted to read this and see what I can make of it. Sterling has the paperback copy on his queer shelf in the living room that he loves. He's starting his own little favorites section. Yes, we have multiple copies of the books that we love because some of them have to stay on the queer shelf because it doesn't make sense to remove them, but we want them on another shelf. That's how we do it in this house. But I am excited for Stay Gold. The next author on here that Sterling raves and raves and raves about, which I think this is the last, yes, this is the last actual author that I haven't read that he is obsessed with. And he's read both their books. And that is F.T. Lunkins, or Lukens. And I chose In Deeper Waters by him, which all I know is Gay Pirates. It was between this one and his newest book. So this is Ever After, but Gay Pirates won out over Gay Magicians. So we're going with Gay Pirates. Because this sounds like this is going to give me A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue vibes. Meets Pirates of the Caribbean. And that's kind of what I want. Pirates and princes, magic and mayhem. This book has it all with exciting adventure and a breathtaking romance. I couldn't put In Deeper Waters down by Beth Revis. So I'm excited. Gay Pirates. And no, we have not watched the TV show yet about Gay Pirates. Whatever that show is about the Gay Pirates, we have not watched that yet because we haven't had time to sit down and actually watch a new show yet together. Next book that's on here has been recommended to me, I want to say over 20 times by people. On TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter. People who have read this and said that I would love it. So I'm putting this on the list. And hoping you guys are right. And that is Here the Whole Time by Victor Martins. It's also translated by Larissa Helena. All I know is this takes place with two boys over 15 days. One's heavyset, one's like your typical like hot guy. And it involves a crush and neighbors and friendship and one awkward vacation. That's all I know. That's kind of all I want to know going into it. But I'm always looking for plus size recommendations when it comes to queer books. As a plus size queer, I feel like we need to be represented more. And this will be the first time I've read that outside of TJ Klune. So I want to see. The fact that this is also a translated book, I don't read a lot of those. So I felt like I needed more of that as well. So I cannot wait to read this. Okay, this next one is a example of a book that fucking screamed at me and said I have to go on that list. If I don't get on that list, you'll never read me. Which is probably true. Because so many books, so little time. And this is actually the first that I know that is strictly female-female relationship. I do have several of those on here. And I was trying to prioritize some of them because I don't gravitate towards sapphic romances that much. But this one said put me on the list, and I'm kind of scared because it's also historical based. But that is Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. It's also Asian representation. It's set in 1954, lesbian, Chinese American lesbian, Red Scare paranoia, and stuff. And I know Melinda Lowe is a very beloved queer author, and I have never read anything by Melinda Lowe before. So I figured this one just feels like it's the best place for me to start with. So I'm super excited, and I do believe there is a discussion guide in the back, and I think there's some like historical like things in the back to look at in the author notes, which I think is super cool. So I'm excited but nervous with this one, because this one could either be a 5-star all-time favorite, or this could be one that I'm never going to pick up again. So I needed to put it in this place. We have 2 more of the authors that I've never read before, and then we'll get into the authors that I have. So this next one has been recommended to me by Sterling and by Kaylani. And that is The Passing Playbook by Isaac Fitzsimmons, which all I know is the main character, who's a nerd, who plays soccer and is black, moves to a new school where he can be an out and proud queer kid and not be known as the trans kid. So I know it's got trans representation. This will give me diversity, trans, sports kind of thing. And everyone who's recommended this to me, I've been recommended this by a couple of other people besides just Sterling and Kaylani, but those two tend to know a lot of my likes and dislikes, have been stating that they think that I will absolutely love this. So I figured I'd go ahead and put this on here because they think it's going to be a 5-star for me. So why not? And the last book by an author that I have not read before, which this one was really hard to narrow down to, but the minute I read the synopsis, I was like, well, duh, this has to go on here. And that is Meet Cute Diary by Emery Lee. This follows Noah Ramirez, who thinks he's an expert on romance. So he writes this popular blog called Meet Cute Diary, which is a collection of trans meet cutes. And then it comes out that he's all fake, and then he gets like a fake boyfriend, and then they I'm gonna assume they fall in love. 'Cause, hey babe. I just realized he put it back in the slipcase upside down. Sorry. But yeah, I need to read more trans representation, and I'm kind of wanting more trans representation in my life. So I do have some friends that are trans, and I feel like I want to read more of a spectrum of queer, not just male romances. I want more trans, non-binary, genderqueer. I want more pansexual, bisexual, lesbian, two-spirited, and all that type of stuff. I want to understand more of my own community. So, and this one just sounded super cute. I feel like this one's going to be super, super cute. So those are the 10 authors that I've never read. Now let's get into the 5, which I'm kind of embarrassed by 3 of them because they've been on multiple TBRs. This first one is The Fell of the Dark by Kayla Rarig. I still have not read this. And I'm the one that's known for TJ Klune's Green Creek series, which is gay werewolves. Why would I not read gay vampires? Literally, this is going on the list because gay vampires, Kayla Rarig. Next is a Phil Stamper, and that is Golden Boys by Phil Stamper. I almost put As Far As You'll Take Me on here, because I still haven't read that one, but something about Golden Boys, I don't know what it is, keeps calling me to it. This one's about 4 friends that are making summer plans. And then I'm assuming this kind of gives me the vibes of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but gay. So I'm excited to read it. Next is, as you will see with my May wrap up, that my best book of the month was by this author, and that is Abdi Nazman. I cannot pronounce his name. But I want to read his newest book, The Chandler Legacies, just because it's written by him. All I know is academic school, and I think there's like a mystery. Or, something about writing the truth, but is the truth enough to change the long-standing culture of abuse at Chandler? And can their friendships survive the fallout? So, I'm excited. You should play a drinking game. How many times I said I'm excited in this video? You would probably die. These last 2 have been on countless TBRs. This Poison Heart by Caitlin Barron. All I know is Magic and Secret Garden. That's all I know, and I know the sequel comes out soon, so I need to read this so we can get the sequel. And this is the Alcrate edition. We unhauled the non-Alcrate edition. This is the Alcrate edition, right? Yes. Because Sterling really likes the blue better than the green. And he loves this book, so yeah. And this last one I bought to read during the first ever Summertime Reads Readathon, and I never got to it. And that is Camp by Elsie Rawson. Queer camp. Camp for gays. Don't look at those last 2. I'm ashamed. I'm really ashamed about those 2. But those are the 15 queer books that I am going to try to read between now and next May. We'll start in June and end right before June. If I get them right before, awesome. If I don't, awesome. I do tend to read quite more queer books each month than I do anything else. So this could potentially get read better or faster. But I'm excited to see if I'm going to give them all 5 stars, if I'm going to love them. Are these going to be authors that I want to read their other books? Because I know we have the Sky Blues by Robbie Couch. I know we have the 2 for the Darius Great Is Not Okay. We do have Stephen Salvatore's other one. We have an arc of Jason June's newest. We have Tolly McSmith's other one. We have Lumpkin's other book. I have more Phil Stamper. I want to see if Phil Stamper will become an auto by author. I've only read one thing by them, but I'm excited to read more. But that's all I've got for you guys today. Comment down below and let me know, have you read any of these books? Do you think any of them I need to give? Or are there any in here that you want to know my honest opinions of? Because I'll give it. Any that you say I should bump up, bump low, type of thing, let me know. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. That's all I've got for you guys today. Always remember, kids, to be fabulously yourself. Oh boy!